Alright, it is time to talk about some cool 3D projects again. First of all, we will see how Blender was used, as it was an important part of making a movie that was nominated for an Oscar recently. Also how to create cool environments, in addition to a lot of interesting stuff. So grab a coffee, sit back, relax, and let's start looking at some projects. Before we start, today's video is brought to you by Vyacheslav Tisen, the developer behind SimplyCloth, one of the most downloaded add-ons on the Blender market. It is the easiest and the best way to create cloth inside Blender. And with the new update, there is extra assets in the cloth library for the asset browser. The same developer also recently created a new Blender add-on called Simply Material. The add-on has a really simple and intuitive user interface, making creating textures for cloth and fabric in general really easy. And it works just great with SimplyCloth. If you want to support the developer and the channel as well, you will find the necessary links in the description down below. First of all, have you guys seen how Blender made it into a movie that was nominated for an Oscar? Yup, that's right. Andrew Price shared a tweet last week referencing a video by the VFX team of the hit original Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, which was nominated for an Oscar. If you already watched the movie, you know it's a mind-bending journey through space and time. It involves a lot of jumping through time and bending the laws of physics. The visual effects in all of the shots were nothing short of mesmerizing. But the team was able to achieve all of these effects with the really rudimentary tools and extremely clever usage of practical and camera effects, in addition to a lot of free tools such as Blender. During an interview, they mentioned Blender and how the Blender Guru's donut tutorial made it into the movie. So any shot with a big bagel, which is one of the film's most memorable metaphors, is basically from the donut tutorial without frost and the color turned to black. This is a huge recognition for Blender and the Blender community, a really inspiring project for the team, which until just recently I didn't know only consisted of just talented VFX artists. If this doesn't inspire you to work on your own projects, I don't know what will. So if you are not going after it yet, maybe you should. And if you want to learn more about the movie and the team behind it, links will be under the like button. You know guys, with the amazing project series, we like to usually focus on animations, because simply put, it is just more enjoyable to watch and easier to talk about. But today, I came across some amazing artworks that we're gonna cover. The first is this illustration called Spring in the Mountains by Sergio from Portugal. It was made using Blender and rendered in cycles, and it is just stunningly realistic. The scenery draws a lot of similarities to Mount Rainier National Park in the US, but either way, I like the snow, the fog in the distance, and the greenery mixed with the pathway in the middle. The composition itself is also great. You can see that there are lines everywhere that help guide your eyes to the trees in the middle. But, and this is just my opinion, I think a visual element next to the trees would have benefited the scene a lot, because the trees in the middle are fine as is, yet I think a tent or something like that would have made a huge difference. Such as this cabin in the snow, which coincidentally enough was also created by the same artist, but overall it is an awesome artwork, definitely deserves a spot on this video. Alright, for this next project, I must say this is one of the best illustrations made using Blender that I have seen in a long time. Created by the artist Florian, a junior material and environment artist working at Ubisoft. This Unreal Engine 5 dry environment was created from scratch by Florian. This whole project does not include any scanned data. To achieve this, he used a combination of Blender, Substance Designer, and ZBrush. And I think what you need to achieve this is two things. First of all, you have to be extremely talented, and the second thing, you have not to be not talented. However, jokes aside, this guy really knows his stuff. I love the mood, the lighting, the depth of the scene, and the composition. Everything you need to create cool looking environments. Now, the artist is promising a detailed tutorial on how exactly you can create environments like these, so I will keep you updated if there is something new. Alright, now we're gonna talk about an inspiring filmmaker slash animator slash cinematographer that I have been following for a while now. Joshua Whitney is an 18-year-old aspiring artist who also does YouTube by documenting all his work through his videos, and I for one love watching his progression each week. So please show this guy some support if this is your thing. Some of his notable projects include silly skits that I absolutely adore. With so little he has when it comes to skills or setup, this little guy is trying to make a full-length animated movie inside Blender. Other projects on his channel include Little Orange, Duel of the Dunces, Freedom, My Principle, in addition to others. On his 44-week journey, he's documenting almost everything on his YouTube channel, and his videos are well edited and put together, so we will be following his progress in the coming weeks and months. For now, he is mostly in the previous phase, but if you guys want to support this aspiring artist, you can take a look at his channel, because for every subscriber he gets during his journey, he will be donating a penny to the Blender Foundation. Next we have another environment study by art director and concept artist Piotr Kirinsky. Sorry, I couldn't help it. Anyways, this render called the Greebly Cave was created using Blender with a couple of scans that we grabbed from the internet, and it is just stunning. Something about old cave architecture and rock formation in a desolate place just appeals to me so much for some reason. But maybe it is just all that Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones, and Uncharted gaming days nostalgia. The composition is also very solid in this one, and I'm surprised that this whole render is only about 8K vertices. Seriously, if you try to make even the simplest things, it will take at least tens of thousands of polygons. There are also many awesome renders came just this month, and I'm not gonna get into all of them in this video, but notably Great Cardinals by Dennis, also this stunning concept art called Passage to Xibalba by one pixel brush concept artist Daniel Dana. We also have this Ghost of Tsushima inspired renders by the artist, here is his name. And last but not least, we have this stunning render of a black hole by Martin Sanchez. The whole scene was created procedurally in its entirety, and the only thing I can think about when looking at it is how many minutes to years ratio on that planet. It has to be like 1 for 1 year, but hey, these are awesome space renders, and in general, they are really hard to nail, and I think Martin here did an amazing job. Alright, this was supposed to be the end of the video, but a project that blew my mind recently just came out in the last couple of days, and it is absolutely ridiculous. This short animation / short film was created by Corridor Crew, and it is called Rock Paper Scissors. This one is absolutely stunning. My jaw was down the whole time, because the animation, the effects, and the whole performance was absolutely great. Everything was on point. Just a beautiful combination of AI image processing and outstanding performance by both Nico and Dean. And here is the catch: you can create something like this for free. That's right, the team actually outlined their workflow in a series of videos, so if you want to create something like this, be sure to check them out, and of course we will leave everything in the description down below. So let us know what you think in the comment section. If you have created something like this and you want it to be showcased on the channel, let us know in the comment section down below. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. You can also check some of our previous videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.